Hello everyone, welcome to Cursed on Late Night Gaming. I am Curse, and we are on FS22. This is the Calmsden Farms map. And for those of you that don't know, this is a free map download on the Mod Hub over on Giant's website. Just came out. I believe it's made by Oxygen David. I believe so, yeah. And it's a pretty nice map, but it's an English map, as is a lot of FS22 maps. But I'm an American, and to me, the English maps feel very cramped. I'll give you an example here. Let's see. If I can jump to these. Yes. So right here on this map is the main farm. This is the farm you get when you start new farmer mode. And this is the place where you would be, this is your silo where you'd be dumping seed. So imagine you pull up here, you got a nice beefy big tractor and a big wagon behind it. You've got to like pull in and back into here, and you got a wall. So it's a pain in the butt. And then as well, here's the workshop, and there's no doors here. You have to be able to take your big giant tractor and bring it in here and bring it way back to here. I don't understand why the workshop would be here. I don't know. But all of that, plus the fact that I showed you a quick tip yesterday on this map where you sell a fuel tank for $875,000 or something like that. And this farm has 2 of them. And then you could just build wherever you wanted. And that was the logic I went with here. Right? So I went ahead and harvested the 2 fields. So you get this field here, which was barley. And then you get the field over there, which was wheat. I harvested both of them and then baled the straw. Because before you sell a field, and if it's ready to be harvested, you don't want to sell a field ready to be harvested, of course. So I baled the straw and sold it, and then I sold the entire farm. And yesterday on the stream, on little quick tips, I did... Let's take a look here. I said that the only place I could find to build was this place. Now, this is the land I bought. If you look at the farmland here, I bought this. This is just an open grass field. And I thought this was the only place you could build on because everything else was a legitimate field. Not that you can't buy a field and build on. You can like terraform it and make it a farm. But I just didn't want to ruin a field. So this one's just pasture. So it's perfect to build a new farm on. But I was also wrong. There is another spot. If you go clear down here to where the BGA is, this is not a field. I thought it was. If we jump down here. This is also just like... I can't jump over. This is just like nothing wasteland, you know? And it very much looks that way. Wow, didn't mean to make us run all the way around here. Let's see. So you see it's got like rocks and debris, and so this could also be a legitimate spot to build a new farm on. If you wanted to be close to the BGA and there's like sell points here. It's a little more expensive than the other one. The one I bought was 600 and some thousand. This one is, let's see, 833,000. So it's a little more expensive. But anyway, let's look at this again. So I went ahead and sold all the fields. So that was field 3, field 6, this farm here, this farm here, this field, and I believe this here. I sold all of it in the house. It shouldn't be showing me as still having a house. So that's something I'm not sure about. I'm not sure how the game is going to react to me having sold the starting farm and new farmer mode. I'm not certain what they're going to think of that. But yeah, so I sold all of it. I bought this, and I have $2,231,431 left. Now, I did screw up a little bit. This here in the, let's see here, in the silo, because I harvested the wheat and barley field, I had nowhere else to put the barley, so I put it in the silo. And then I sold the farm, and I was afraid, oh, I screwed up. I'm going to need to redo it all. But it turns out it still lets me take the grain out. So I'm just going to... Again, that may be a part of it not quite knowing why I sold the entire farm. But it shouldn't matter. I should be able to transfer all that to my new place here. Now, the way the road works on this plot of land, if you look at the map, we're spending a lot of time on the map, this is kind of awkward. So I don't want to make the entrance to the farm on this side, because where are you going, you know? The best place is over here, because the store is right here. So we'll have a main road going up into it. This is a dead zone. Looks like cement. And if you go over here, bam, hit a wall. So it's just a pasture, but I guess it's not usable. We also cannot remove this sign that says for sale. But what I wanted to do today was let's look at building here and turning this into our main farm. We got $2 million plus to work with, and let's see what we can do here. So I will start by zooming in here a bit. And I think we should start maybe building a farmhouse or something here and see how it reacts to that. Like, is it going to say that this is now a sleep trigger, or is it going to say, you've already got one, even though you sold the thing? So let's find that out, because I don't want to be running back down to here to sleep and then running back down. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess, but I don't like it. So let's see what happens. So let's go and try to place a farmhouse and see if it says you can't place a farmhouse. Farmhouses. You know, you can't go into these. It is just a sleep trigger, so I mean, the $120,000 one looks nicer, but why? So why not just get the $60,000 one, right? Yeah, only one item allowed per farm. But I don't so let's try it. Let's try going down to where the house is and selling it. It let me sell the land with the house on it, so I'm not sure that is a thing. Yeah, it won't let me sell the house. Can't click on it. Farmhouse. Sell. Yes. $7,972. Okay. Cool. So you got to click on that. I did not know. You have to click on the little icon itself, not the building. I did not know that. Do I have to do that with all of these things? Like, can I sell this? Let's see. Construction. If I click on this, is it sellable? No. This one? No. Can I get inside of here and click on the... Probably not. No. Okay, well, at the very least, maybe we can now... maybe we can now build our farmhouse. Oh, and this is my lineup. I sold a lot of the starting equipment because it just wasn't stuff I like using. The telehandler was a starting equipment. This was not, so I bought a square baler because it came with a round. This was a starting equipment. This is a cultivator. I probably will sell this for a plow. A Kenzie planter instead of the one they had. My brother works at Kenzie, so gotta stay loyal. A roller. This is fine. I'm good with this. I might get a different sprayer. I like the ones that attach to the back of the tractor rather than get pulled behind. But this is a default starting one. The harvester is default. This is the one that you start with. It's really nice. The only thing I don't know about, maybe it's just me and my lack of knowledge in farming, the back wheels drive, and it seems like the front wheels do not. Is that the? I think the point of the whole track here. I mean, of course, the point is to not compress the soil so much, I guess. But when the harvester gets tipped on its side, these are not turning. Only the back wheels drive. It doesn't feel like the front wheels drive, which seems counterintuitive to me. You have a track. You want to... Anyway, so I decided to go all Fendt. I like the Fendt blue. So this was the big Fendt I bought. This is a mod. And then to match it, I bought the little Fendt. This is also a mod. This isn't little. This is 245 horsepower or something. And the other one is 500 something. And then I bought this little one for doing like karting and stuff like that. This is an old classic Fendt favorite. And a auto load. And this is the default wagon. We're going to need to get a bigger wagon because it just doesn't hold enough. All right. Let's try out the farmhouse now. Should be good, I think. It's kind of exciting now. I think this is going to work. Okay. Farmhouses, 60,000. Yeah, it's not complaining to us anymore. All right, we're going to be able to build a farm. All right, now in my mind, the road comes in, and you want your farmhouse facing the road. We could do it something fancy like this or whatever, but... Wow, that is a small house, isn't it? Maybe we should leave room for expansion. Okay, now what I like to do is let's find a straight edge somewhere, someplace. Okay, that's a straight edge. And then we kind of line it up to make sure it's straight. That's actually not too bad, is it? Just to make sure it's what we call in the level design industry is in level design was we say on the grid. There's no grid. I was trying to simulate that. Let's see here. So I want to imagine a garage. Let me just kind of zoom out here a bit. We got a yard. We got our house. I want to put it... My gut keeps telling me to do this. Let's put it at an angle. Not only because it's more interesting, but... Well, mainly because it's more interesting. All right, now I'm going to check the level here. Control... I don't want to script the ground too much here. Okay, let's just commit. Bam. How messed up is that? Okay, we got our house. We got a sleep trigger. Can't go inside like all the houses. It isn't too bad. Now we're going to be coming from the store here most of the time. I wish we could get rid of this sign. There was a mod for FS19 that was a hide things. I loved that mod. I would go in and just clean up all the junk. In fact, I probably would have kept the farm down there if I could just remove the walls and all that garbage. But yeah, so let's think about construction, landscaping. Now I do have the mod hub that allows free landscaping. Just can't beat that. Free landscaping, jeez. Asphalt is not what we're looking for, I don't think. We want, this is gravel, correct? Where is gravel? Does this map not have gravel? Huh. This is asphalt. Well, asphalt looks like gravel to me. Interesting. No, wrong button. Okay, so let's go back in here and I want the round brush. I don't want the, what's to change the brush shape? Landscaping, painting, brush shape is not listed. That's handy. I like a help tab that does no help. It's nice. Let's see. Is it X? Oh, there we go. Brush size V. All right. V changes it from round. Let's get it a little bit bigger here. And then V changes it. Okay. So you want a front yard of some sort. So we can imagine that there's a parking spot here if you're not going to have a garage. I think I would like a garage. So we're going to kind of have the road go in like this. And imagine coming from this direction, you're going to be turning into. So there, we got to round this out. So it's handy. We're going to be driving big tractors and things. So, all right. The road kind of goes in. Turn around this way. And we got a lot of land to work with, so don't be scared. I'm going to make sure that mod is working here. Let's see. Yep, we're losing no dollars. Okay. And of course, we're going to have a little sidewalk to the road. Round it off. Okay. Now I imagine we'll have a garage, but I don't know if, let's see. Buildings, sheds. There's not a lot of choices yet. We have to kind of wait for modders to catch up now. I mean, that looks like, oh, well, that's a garage, and then you go and place it, and it is massive. Right? Like this. Boom. Look at the size of that. That's not a garage. Not to mention, it doesn't match our house. Yeah, they're just huge. I guess we could go into decoration. Does that have any buildings? No. It will have once they're coming out with an update for No Man's Land that's, well, like expansion, I guess you'd say, sort of a pack for building on No Man's Land. Is this one small? Nope. Another huge building. Is this one small? That one's small. But it looks like a farmhouse, you know? It's not a garage. Huh. Well, nothing is in stone here. We can change anything because we're building it from scratch. So let's go back to landscaping and go to painting, grab our asphalt. Are we still in the... This resetting thing is annoying. Yeah, it totally resets it to back to square and back to the size it was. That's really annoying. So for right now, let's just say there's a garage next to the house, but we can't see it. Let's say it's right here. Okay, let's just call that where we're going to park our vehicles. Now, of course, we've got to round it off like always. It's a little oblong, but that's okay. And all right. Now, what most farms do in the United States, at least some of them, you keep that farmhouse kind of away from the work area. So let's think about that. Okay. What do we need in our farm? Well, we need a place to store tractors. We need a silo. What is a nice building here to store a bunch of tractors in? What's that? Let me compare some sizes here. It's pretty big. Let's get it on a straight edge here, and let's get it straight. See, this is already looking like a US map. Okay. Let's say like here-ish. Okay. Now switch back to landscaping. Get our tool, which is all reset again. Wonderful. Before we do that, let's jump down into the ground here and make sure we aren't going cuckoo. Like, I guess it's not bad. Let's look at this building before we commit. It's not bad. Does it open yet again? I don't think so. Oh, it looks like it does, doesn't it? It does not, though. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to our landscape tool. Trying to see how long we've been streaming here. I haven't really been, or recording, I haven't really been paying attention. Okay. Now, before we connect this, let's start here. Let's start with, what is this? We're going to want spot to pull out. Okay. And then this road is going this way, and it's going to continue doing so. I could have just used a square brush there to kind of straighten this off, but that's okay. All right. Let me get back on the ground here. Let's jump in a tractor and see how it feels. Does the road feel all right? Got a little lag there. Ooh. Is the tractor really loud? Probably. Alright, so we're going to be coming from this direction. From the store or whatever. We'll come up to our house here. We need to cut that edge off, see that? Just follow what naturally feels right, and then you can kind of see how it would be when you do it properly. It's pretty tight in that doorway. I didn't expect it to be quite that tight. Okay, you see here this edge, where I went off the edge here? This needs to be changed. Because you want to follow the natural flow. If you're always like feeling like you're running over an edge, then you didn't do it right. Okay. Again with the changing. Ugh. There, that'll feel better when you're driving in then. All right. Something else that you're going to want to think about is if you come... So we have a field over this way. We're going to be coming up this road, and we're going to want to... We aren't going to want to do this. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like going around here and then come back again. Nobody wants to do that. It's backtracking. Farmers don't backtrack. Maybe they do. I just don't know. All right, so we got a circle queued up here, so... This is kind of the key to level design too, especially when I was working on like Far Cry 5. You just want to see how things would be naturally flowing. And then it feels real. It makes it feel real and lived in. And also it helps make things start to come together. You're like, you have this big empty canvas and you're like, where do I even begin? And it's like, well, you just begin. And then everything starts just falling into place. And then you start thinking, okay, what else do I want? I want a silo. All right, I don't want a silo over here. I don't want to be over by the house, carting next to the house and unloading stuff with a big noise. Pretend you're inside watching TV and Dad's outside going, when he's like running. You don't want to hear that, so let's keep it away from the house. You know, you just think naturally, how would all this be? Let's look at the silos here. I'm kind of new to FS22 building, so bear with me. Wow. It's really unfortunate that they don't show anymore what it holds. It says multi-fruit. That's encouraging. Alright, what is... I don't like him with the roof on, frankly. Because then you're hitting the roof half the time with your wagons. They're all like that, right? Yep. This one is not. Looks like this is the drop-off and the pickup point in the same spot. And we could have it be behind the main building here. Okay. I could see that. Again, let's make sure we line it up straight as we can. And then line it up with the center of this as much as possible. Oh, I just screwed it up. Damn. Is this frustrating you? It's frustrating the hell out of me. Now, when you look here, see the on the right, it is already overlapping right now, and the other one isn't. So that means we're not straight. Something like that. And then if we can bring our view down, I guess that's as far down as I can go. Trying to center it on the peak of the roof. Bam. Okay. All right. All right, so now what does that create? That creates a spot we're going to be dropping stuff off at. So we need to, again, have the road follow that. So let's see here. I don't want a road coming up this way. This is like family side. You know, this is like farmhouse, kids swing sets. We don't want equipment going here. In fact, most likely what I will end up doing is going to the decorative pack and putting a fence line through here to kind of say, this is the yard. When you're mowing the yard, you're mowing this. This is the farm on this side. Okay? I keep pushing buttons from 19. Okay. Just let it be straight there. Okay. Because you're going to be driving it through. You're going to be coming from this field here. We own this field. And we're probably going to turn some of this into fields. So we're going to be coming from this direction. So I'm a little hesitant to just like commit to like making a road around this way because you're not going to be coming from here so much, but you are going to be unloading and taking to market there. So I kind of want to build further before I commit to a road here, like place more stuff. All right, we're coming up on 30 minutes. I will stop here and we'll continue. I'll not do stuff off camera. I tend to do that. I tend to build off camera and then come back and go, look what happened, and then nobody was along for the ride, you know? Just want to give it a foundation here, sorry. This is what I do. I just focus on things and kind of get lost in them. And okay. Oops. Is there a point to that grasp there? No, I don't think so. We can put other silos here like lime and stuff like that in this area too, so. Yeah, let's round that up. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here. And thanks for joining me here on Farming Simulator 22. We've also been playing a lot of Ark, as you've probably seen on the channel. You can follow us on Twitter at CurseTheDawn1, Instagram at CurseTheDawn, and Twitch. I do most of my Ark. Oh my God, OCD. I do most of my Ark. Oh, And there's no undo button, you know? That's like arc streaming on Twitch. I'll fix it. Don't worry. And okay. And so anyway, I'm focused on this. Okay. I'm gonna stop. We're stopping. There. Let's take a little walk around. If we don't walk around it, it's kind of like you've those cooking shows where people cook and then they don't eat it, and you're like, was it good? I don't know. Okay. What I may do off camera, just so everyone knows, is I may go and get the grain out of that silo and put it in this silo, just so it's there. I feel nervous that I'm going to lose it if I screw around too long. But does this door work? It does. It sounds weird, but it works. Okay. Whoa, didn't see this. It's kind of a raised thing. Not that that's really a problem, but I'm probably going to smooth that down. All right, anyway, thanks for watching. And I have a new sign off. I've come up with a sign off because of Curse the Dawn. Is what I call my channel because here I'll explain it. I call it that because when you're gaming at night, you're like focused on the game, you're focused, you're playing, and all of a sudden you hear birds chirping and you're like, oh crap, I stayed up all night. And that's kind of the motivation of it all. So I've got a new sign off. May the sun never rise on your game night. So you get to play all night forever. All right. Thanks, everybody.